Alrighty, and here's the other Constructobots triple changer that is out right now, Blitz Wing. You can see by the picture he's more of a kind of armored car than a tank, and a semi-decent jet, it looks like. I haven't built him yet. And a pretty good robot. Some of my friends said they liked him better than Bumblebee. I don't know. I really kind of like Bumblebee, but we'll see. And there's a list of all the parts, just like before, and the same type of packaging. You open it up. I like to open it up over here, but inside the packaging you get the same type of, not super sturdy, but sturdy enough plastic tray to store all the parts in. And then inside there's this little display piece up here that you don't need to keep the pieces in there afterwards. It just comes out, and that's like an extra storage bin. You can put whatever you want in there, little connectors or whatever. 3 bags of accessories. This one looks like it's mostly tank accessories. This one looks like it's mostly jet accessories, but there is the tank turret in there, so that it's not separated by mode in these bags. And then the bag here that has the basic... every single one of these has this bag. This right here is the basic framework that they all share in this bag. You get to the... You get the points for the whatever game that thing is, and the instruction manual. Now, just like Bumblebee, I'm not going to build this on camera. I don't have any sort of time-lapse function. One day, maybe I'll look into getting that. That would be cool. But we'll go ahead and we'll put the pieces together, and then we'll get back to the couple of modes of Blitzwing. So put it all together, and what do you got? You've got Blitzwing in his base robot mode. And people were saying that they liked him better than Bumblebee, and I wasn't sure why. And seeing this, I like it. The way the panels, all these panels that attach to his shoulders and his shins and everything, he looks more like, he doesn't look like he transforms into anything, but he looks more like a complete solid robot, I think. So I totally dig people that like him. I still think I like Bumblebee a little better personally, but I definitely like what they've done here in the construction of the main robot body. And this will be the base form for both modes. We'll start off with car mode, so let's go ahead and add those car parts, and then we'll show off that, and then we'll move on to airplane mode. And here's Blitzwing in his tank robot mode, as we've seen before, and basically just take all this off to make his base robot mode. And like I mentioned before, one, just like all the others, whether it's Scout, Starscream, or other triple changer Bumblebee, they all have the same base frame, so they all end up being about the same size in robot mode. Now, transform to tank. Again, it's the exact same transformation we see on all the others. You open up the chest, flip the head in, close up the chest, flip this over, at which point we rotate the tank turret around here. And then again, you bring the legs down, rotate them, bend them forward, so these plug in right here. Just like this. There you go, plug those in, flip the feet down, like that, rotate to the wheel. Yeah, feet should flip. Yeah, something like that. Rotate this little hubcap up, take the hand here, plug it, oh, it came unclipped here. Clip this on, plug this on, and then same over here. Plug that in, flip this around, flip the fist up, just like before, and flip the wheel around and the cover up, the hub cover up, and then rotate these backwards. And that is officially the tank mode. It's a little weird. It doesn't look like super much like a tank to me. It looks like a car with a turret on it. And it helps if I show you what I'm talking about. I think it might even be better if you rotated this around. Yeah, the official instructions have the turret rotated that way. I think it looks more like a tank if you turn it around like that. But entirely up to you. And honestly, I wouldn't. If you do that, you can maybe pull these up. Yeah, see, and if you do that, you can flip these feet up. It still looks like a car with wings and a tank turret on it, but I think that looks way more tank. Is a much cooler bot mode or alt mode than it was turned around the other way. So do that. Ignore the instructions and do this instead. So yeah, and there you go. There's the tank mode portion of Constructobots Blitzwing. Let's check out the airplane, shall we? And finally, a look at his jet mode. Now, the wings are a little bit of an eyesore, I think, in this mode. I think they stick out a lot. I'll probably keep him in tank mode most of the time, because one, I think you get a pretty decent tank mode out of it. His jet mode might look cool, too. We're going to transform him here in a minute. But I don't like the way the wings hang out. Like, on Starscream, they're okay. He's supposed to have wings. I think the wings are a little big and detracting here, even folded all the way in like they are. I guess you could flip them back so they stick back, but then they still kind of hang down there. I guess that's not too bad. Also, he's got this handgun. I didn't show it off in any other modes, but it's not particularly for any mode. That's just his weapon. Much like Bumblebee had the swords, he's got a blaster. He can also, if you choose, hold his tank cannon as a blaster as well. And when he's in tank, if he's in his tank robot mode, he can hold this gun as a blaster as well. But yeah. And once again, same transformation. We'll try to get through it pretty quickly. I'd go ahead and remove the weapon, and we're going to start off exactly the same way. Bring this up, flip this up, around like this, turn this around like this. This is a case where I do strongly agree with the actual transformation. Bring this down, rotate it. You know the drill. I may start skipping these and just start going to the modes if I do any future reviews on these kits, because they really are just very repetitive. Flip these around, flip this down, feet. Again, he's got some pegs on the feet that peg into the bottom of, you can see the peg holes that peg into the bottom there. So you might actually have helped to rotate these first before I pegged them in, but I mean, like they're flexible enough that you can totally get in there and make everything fit where it should. Come in front of the jets coming together, and then again bring the arms down, peg them in back here, angle the shoulder down, bring it up to the elbow, and here flip the fist up like that, and then guns on top. Rotate these back like that, and that's essentially his jet mode. I guess you can pull the wings out. This is actually a good instance of, flipping the wings out here, I think makes that a little bit more coherent. It looks like they attach into here. It makes this whole piece a little bit more coherently solid. So not a great jet mode. Like I said, I think the tank, it looked cool in the box. Oh, he's got the fins. Sorry, you plug these fins in the back of his fist. So he does have some tail fins. And that actually goes a long way toward fixing that jet mode. So yeah, you got that. So yeah, I think I do like the tank more solid. He'll probably stay in that mode more often, but yeah, not bad. And one of the things I like about this too is that, unlike Bumblebee, who had to share some parts between the two different modes of his Blitzwing, here is his jet mode, and here's this weapon, but all of his tank mode bits are separate. So like, instead of having to pull things apart to build each mode, you flip him into his main robot mode, you pull off the wings, you plug in the wheels and the tank turret, and he's ready to go to tank mode. So he's much easier, much more elegantly designed, I think, at least for swapping between the modes than Bumblebee is. So yeah, there it is, Constructabot's Triple Changer Blitzwing.